So speaking of consistent excellence, you guys have been around for how many years now?
It's going to be 4.5 years in July, so we're going to celebrate our 4.5 year anniversary.
Okay, and so I've seen the company evolving over time, trying to create more value. You don't want to stay static. Do more, add more, create more value for your customers. One of those things is the lead nurturing stuff that you guys are doing. So for those that don't know, at a very basic level, what is lead nurturing?
Well, lead nurturing is your ability to reach out and communicate to people who may do business with you in the future,
Right.
but are not quite ready to do it right now. So, for example, out of a 10 prospect leads you'll receive this month, you may close 2 or 3 if you're really good. The other 7 are qualified potentially to do business with you. They've already raised their hand.
Right.
They gave you the information. What are you going to do? Right? Those usually just go nowhere, and nothing happens to those. Well, a lead nurturing system takes care of those 7 and builds your list, and that's the kind of people. And that's what my next phase is, to teach the property management community about the subscriber list.
I love it. I love it. You're speaking my language.
Right. The value of a list is, I mean, we've been educating our customers ourselves. I mean, we test everything ourselves, and we have about 4,400 people right now that are opt-in subscribers for our list, that we send them a weekly blog. But you don't have to do weekly, because that's a lot of work to produce content like this.
Right.
I mean, God, we have filming crew here and it's tough, right?
Right.
But for property managers who already produced content, to be able to repackage that and drip it to those 7 or 8 people that get added to your subscribers list every month is an incredible value, because A, nobody does it. B, you already have the content, which is exceptional and educational and qualified to be published,
Right.
and produce the leads in the first place. And then the 3 is your book of business will start growing significantly without you making any more marketing investment, right? The cost per lead for everyone else will go up because it's getting more competitive, while you building your subscribers list it will go down, because as your leads get more expensive, you get more and more people coming back that have been nurturing, coming back into the fold and buying your products.
So you're already doing the work. This is what's interesting about this, the sell, or the idea of talking to people about this item. In some sense, you're convincing them to do something new, but in another sense, you are convincing them to do a better job of what they're already doing, right? Because they're already doing marketing, they're already believe in sales to some degree, and this is basically supercharging and amplifying the ROI of those other activities.
That's absolutely, so I love the supercharging. That's absolutely correct. You're already doing this stuff, so just a little few tweaks and a little bit of repackaging of content to another format. But more than that just happens. Okay, so the open rates, by the way, meaning that out of 10 different sends, our customers average 4 to 5 opens, which is
crazy.
Huge,
Yeah,
which is
that's huge.
and the click rate is also high. But what that means is the content is getting views, the content is getting activity. Guess what Google says?
We love it.
We love
give
it.
Give them more traffic.
Yeah, content is valuable. People watch it. People press play on those videos. So not only you're nurturing that lead,
Right.
but your SEO is being boosted
Right.
organically, properly, the way that nobody can take away from you. There's no Google algorithm that can be updated and all of a sudden can take that away from you. No, this is organic. This is earned.
So,
right?
so the word that I think of when I hear you saying this is asset. You're talking about building an asset over
Absolutely.
time.
Subscribers list.
That's an asset.
Your content has always been an asset. We've always been saying it's an asset, but now that asset can be utilized in a different way, repackaged, utilized, and then your subscribers list is an asset.
Right. So you said a second ago, one of the reasons to do this is that other people aren't doing that. I think there's some truth in that. You shine, you stand out. But the reality is the market's getting more competitive over time. The market is maturing. And so as that maturation happens, part of the motivation to do all of these things is to get ahead. But part of it is just to stay competitive, right?
Correct.
So in my mind, looking ahead and doing some of these lead nurturing efforts right now are cutting edge. 3, 4, 5 years, everybody's going to be doing it. So this is just part of the process of evolving and getting better over time.
But look, in 3 or 4 years, you and I will come up with something. The next thing.
The industry will evolve.
But the thing is, like right now, same thing with Fourandhalf. And just if you don't mind, for me to reminisce a little bit. 4 years ago when we just started, and people's like, what the fuck? This is stupid. I'm not sitting in front of the camera. This is dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I'm not gonna talk about property management. This is bad. And then they started to see the effect. Those that were brave enough to take the jump with us and
the early
believe in us,
adopters.
they're right now. They're the people. I kid you not, who drive the BMWs and Mercedes. I kid you not, who own vacation homes, whose business is doing really well.
They're the case studies. I've heard you talk about these folks.
You know why? Because it's all about, in business, as you know, it's all about how much does it cost to acquire a customer,
Right.
and what's the lifetime value of the customer. Okay, those two need to balance. If it costs me this much to acquire and I can make this much on the customer, I can go and go to Fiji and have a business manager. The system is working, right? So when the content has that power, your business is growing and you're doing really phenomenally well. Now you can go to Fiji, or you can start building complementary business units,
Right.
real estate sales,
Right.
maintenance department, whatever it is that you wanted to do. You want to be a mechanic, whatever. But the thing is that with lead nurturing, it's the same thing right now. People who sign up early right now and start building their list. Yeah, you say 3-5 years, it's gonna be less. Everybody will have it, but how big is your list?
Right. Oh, totally. 100%.
Right? Where
100%.
yeah. So very similar to content. Those customers who started early 4 years ago are killing it right now. The customers that start with us, and look, I don't want to be selfish here. This is the truth, right? It is what it is. I gotta call it what it is, and that is, it's a brilliant product. It's absolutely necessary. You and I do it to our customers.
Right.
Every other business.
Everybody does it.
Yeah, everybody does it. The property managers have not been doing that, and because there was not a good system in place. Not because they didn't want to,
Right.
but there's nobody really to put this together. People charge a lot of money for subpar service,
Right.
right? Well, when LeadSimple and Fourandhalf got together, we kind of figured out how to do it very, very, very inexpensively and efficiently.
So we're trying to help people build a competitive advantage that is effectively a moat around their business. It's going to support what they do long term. And what I love about it is it's one of those things that you invest in, and that upfront investment is amortized month after month after month, and you're not doing anything. The ability to benefit from this program and have you guys involved in the background, pushing out the emails, developing the content, that's huge. There are very few property management companies that we deal with that really want to be deeply involved in the weeds of marketing on a regular basis. But everybody wants to be doing it, so that's why it's the best of both worlds. You're getting the power of that automation, you're getting that quality component from a vendor that actually understands the industry, didn't just roll up here tomorrow having to do their homework and figure things out. So yeah, there's a lot going on at play in here. And like I said, I genuinely believe that over time the industry is getting more competitive, more slack is being taken out of the market. So the early adopters are going to have that competitive advantage, and it's huge. So hey, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me right now. Very excited about the rest of this week, the rest of the broker owner, and
one last point I have before you.
Oh, okay.
Before we walk into the sunset.
Okay, fair enough.
Sunset of alcohol and a cigarette smoke.
We're in Vegas. We're in Vegas.
Yeah,
Shoot,
we're in Vegas.
hit me.
So one more thing is, I think it has to do with competence. So the thing is that Fourandhalf has 20 employees now, and I'm being sold every possible product under the planet. People sell me payment processing, people trying to sell me payroll processing, people sell me the software.
Yeah.
I mean, I am just so attuned to its sales pitch and understanding. I actually give them a chance to give me, give them an opportunity to sell me, and there's a rampant incompetence. The salesmanship as it was is gone. I don't know what it is, but I think the companies who really get it, who subscribe to what your company has, you have a sales course, just do it. I mean, there's only 3 steps in a sales process. If you execute, you're going to be so much better than anyone else. There's rampant incompetence out there. I'm sorry to say, but I'm here to fix it in property management world, and I'm glad you're here with me to do the same.
Salesmanship.
For property managers. Salesmanship.
We're going to leave it with that. Thanks for watching, guys.
And competence. See you next time.